Well, most of you heard the news, but I'm not sure that everyone got the magnitude of it. Last week, a Falcon 9 rocket, it's named after the Millennium Falcon, by the way, lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center headed for the International Space Station, effortlessly achieving orbit. Falcon is now 3 for 3 in that regard. The Falcon booster carried the Dragon capsule, named after Puff, the magic dragon, and it was unmanned for the moment, which caught up to the space station, performed a few station-keeping maneuvers, and then flew to within a few yards so that astronauts aboard the ISS could reach out with a robotic arm and pull it in to dock. Now, this is an amazing achievement, and to help celebrate it, let's bring in Steve Green and Scott Ott. Hey, guys. You know, Scotty, back in 2004, Burt Rutan, Paul Allen, and Scaled Composites did something only the United States, Russia, and China had done. They'd flown them into outer space. On Saturday, Elon Musk and his company SpaceX, that's just down El Segundo Boulevard, right over there in Hawthorne, did something only the United States, Russia, Japan, and the entire European Space Agency have done, namely, flown a module to the International Space Station. One little private company, Scotty.
I love this. I love this not only because the amazing technological achievement, not only because of what it says about capitalism and innovation and entrepreneurship and stuff like that, but I love the way this is going to kindle the imaginations of another generation of kids who will be able to say, no, it's not that I want to grow up and be a bureaucrat working for NASA so that I can work on Muslim outreach. I want to be part of a group of rebels who built their own rocket and launched it into space. And these guys are going to be the vanguard, the cutting edge, and they're going to light the imaginations of 13-year-olds around the world.
That Falcon booster does the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. Steve, you know what the astronauts aboard the ISS said? You know what those astronauts on board ISS said when they opened the hatch to the Dragon capsule? One of the guys said, "It has that new car smell." I'll bet it did too. Don't you think America could use a little of that new car smell after the last 3 years?
Yeah, something stinks. What's, I guess poignant is the right word about that joke is, think about the age of the shuttle fleet that just got retired. The mock shuttle, the Enterprise, I think that was built in 76 or 77.
That's right.
The first real shuttle to Columbia, I remember watching that fly in 1981 for the first time. The Endeavor was the youngest one. I think that was built in the early 90s, so 20 years old. We were sending men and women into space in clunkers. My beater Jeep Wrangler is a 97. It's younger than the Endeavor, and I don't go any farther than Chin's Lake in that. But you know, I guess I got to answer your question here at some point. The Obama administration, they've actually done a very nice job of getting out of the space business, monopolizing the space business, so the private enterprise has a chance to get in there. But you have to wonder about their motive. Honestly, I think they just hate spending money on anything other than welfare.
Yeah, and anything that makes America exceptional is going to leave a bad taste in your mouth if you're one of those guys. Hey, Scotty, looking forward, though, the Russian Soyuz capsule, which has been flown more or less unchanged since the 70s. Well, the Soyuz holds 3 people. The Chinese Shenzhou capsule, it's basically a Soyuz clone, also holds 3 people. Now, these little foreign subcompacts are nice, but the Dragon is designed to hold 7. It's kind of the SUV of capsules. So why is this one small private company doing something so much more bold and imaginative than, you know, all of Russia or all of China?
Or frankly, all of the U.S., because it's a small private company, because it's a small group of people who have great dreams and are not bound up by a bureaucracy that will keep them from accomplishing anything. I predict that there's no way that this Dragon capsule is going to fly for the next 25 years. I mean, 6 months from now, I expect to see the Dragon HD, and then, you know, 7 months after that, the Dragon 3 HD with Retina display. I mean, they are going to continue to innovate. They are going to continue to create new marvels. That's right. You know, it's like, take me to Jupiter, Siri. You know, they are going to be able to do the most incredible things. And the fact that the space shuttle flew for all those years, you say, wow, what a workhorse that is. No, it's just that they couldn't get anything more adventurous approved.
Yeah. And that Dragon is designed to come down on retro rockets, and so are the rest of the stages. NASA's a little iffy about that, but they'll show them. They'll show NASA how it's done. Hey, Steve, how does this make you feel about the inevitable American decline that seems to be not a byproduct, but an actual goal of this American presidency? Is nothing more exceptional about America than Greece or Britain I don't see Greece or Britain flying to the space station, but I do see a few free American citizens down in Hawthorne doing it.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? Something about this launch, what was that, Friday or Saturday? It made me think of 2001, the movie. But I didn't know what it was, so I queued it up on my Apple TV, and it didn't take long to figure out what it kind of jogged my memory. The first time we see the modern age in the movie, after all the prehistoric stuff, Haywood Floyd is going up to the space station, and his spaceship, it's really a space plane. In fact, the interior looks pretty much like, no, it looks exactly like the inside of a 737, just nicer. You know, a few rows of seats, a lot more plush than we're used to these days. Pretty stewardess, fold-down trays, it works. And then you realize, you see the logo, this space plane is owned and flown by Pan Am, as if Pan Am were still around, the old airline. Kubrick and Clark, they knew this stuff 40 years ago. If anybody is going to get us into space cheaply and comfortably, it's going to be private enterprise. Nice work, SpaceX. It's only a start, though. I can't wait to see what these guys do next.
Yeah, that's exactly right, buddy. You know, in 2001, they took the Pan Am Orion Space Clipper to the station. They had a Hilton hotel. They made phone calls with Southern Bell. Yeah, they had it sorted out. My friends, this is not just big, though. This is enormous. First of all, this mission completes the flight testing for SpaceX. It's NASA contracts from now on. That means revenue. Revenue means fun and good things are about to happen. Second, the whiz kids over at SpaceX are no different than those at thousands of American companies who are making these kind of breakthroughs in everything from biotech to scuba gear. Innovation and excellence live here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. America is from the future. Despite all of the taxation and regulation, Elon Musk, an American who was born in South Africa and decided early he needed to come home, has shown the vision, the persistence, the courage to put his PayPal money not where his mouth is, but where his heart is. And as long as we have people like him, people like Elon and Bert and the rest of those guys, as long as they're on our team, well, we'll be able to closely monitor the space efforts of the Russians, the Chinese, the Europeans, and even NASA. In our rearview mirrors, for PJTV and the entire Trifecta team, I'm Bill Whittle. Be proud, America. It's a great day.